Hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Ryan.
Hi, I'm Heather. Welcome to Confidence Through Cabaret.
And today we're talking, well, confidence with coffee.
Confidence with coffee.
Woo! We're
Jazz.
both in blue.
Hey,
We're
we're
blue
both in
today.
blue. We're both in blue. I was just wiping the lipstick off of that side. Um, I'm not even going to ask about the mug.
I just reached for what I had handy.
Okay.
Make tea. It's tea today. It's tea as opposed to coffee, which is terrible, but it's tea.
I like some coffee today. So today we are sharing with you a preview and a discussion all about an interview that we did with our wonderful friend Saru, who was so inspiring.
It really
I
was.
mean, it was right at one stage. So Saru was talking to us about, kind of mind body,
Mm.
full connection. And the different pillars that come under those. So for example, with our body, then how we look after our body, how we feel things in our body, and how we experience stress and even trauma in our body. And at one stage I was just so my jaw was open and I was like, this is an interview.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. And can I just say that never happens? um, I adored the energy in this podcast. And so Saru's story is very well outlined on the podcast and very near and dear to my heart. Coming from a corporate background, a lot of burnout and drive, and a lot of kind of losing sight of yourself because you're doing too much and you never stop and so on. Um, and Saru was sharing with us, kind of how that the mind and body connection, it suffers.
Yeah.
And so we asked the question about what do you do if you get to that stage? And I can only assume that because I could fully resonate with her story about having that corporate world and having that whole kind of burnout and constant drive, I can only assume that other people will resonate with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
She did also talk about, not just corporate and not just women, and
Yeah.
she did cover a full range, but
Yeah.
her coaching practice is very much working with women. So do go check it out. Our podcast is up live today, every Wednesday, and that's on Podbean or wherever you get your podcasts. But should we have a listen?
Yeah, let's have a little look.
Because busy women find it really hard, or not even busy, or A-type women find it really hard, or maybe any women, I don't know, find it really hard to kind of take out space. Probably the first step would be to take out half an hour, even a day, for themselves. And probably in the beginning, it would be not like doing anything, having that time, which is an unallocated time, almost like, because it's very easy to fill that time as well. I'm going to do meditation. I can say that, like, I don't want to add another thing on someone's list, because if they're already very busy, then they first need to look at, are they able to just take out half an hour for what they enjoy? To be
So I think that's a really great, very practical advice, especially considering, that I think Saru really, and it's very clear that she understands exactly what it means to be the person who is struggling to find the time to shine that light inwards at all.
Yeah.
She talks about having, she talks in that clip, she says, about, try and take half an hour a day for you, to be doing nothing, just to be you. And I could see you at the time sort of thinking, oh my god, the idea of like that
Oh,
half an
she
hour.
said 30 minutes just for you. Like, don't fill it up, don't plan it. Just take 30 minutes for you. My head just went boom. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people will empathize with that, that thing of like 30, you want me to take 30 minutes solidly to myself, where I'm not worrying about X, Y, and Z and just spending time with me. But I think it was such practical advice, you know, of how to that, you know, just even if it's 10 minutes, you know, just to breathe and to just be quiet and on your own, that 10 minutes can be a revelation for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think she, you know, Saru's story talks a lot about doing everything at full 100%. So, you know, corporate life, full on. And then even, and I've done this, even exercise, it's like full career exercise. You know, it's like, you don't just do one class. I was doing 10 or 12 a week.
Yeah.
You know, because I had to fill every minute.
Yeah.
And so I can actually do the 30 minutes so long as I'm doing something like it has to be structured quiet time.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous and counterproductive.
Right.
Oh no, it's not counterproductive, but it isn't what Saru is talking about. You know, so yes, by all means do a 1 hour class or 45-minute class or whatever. Yes, by all means, you know, do things for yourself that make you feel good. You know, she didn't talk about this, but, you know, I guess that would include things like doing your hair or doing your nails or doing whatever, you know, whatever kind of self-care regime. And those things are all really valid and useful.
Yeah.
But she's talking about 30 minutes unstructured.
Yeah. Which, for anybody who's watching and listening, you know, that may sound like a whole thing, but that 30 minutes, because what she's saying, you know, at that point as well is, you know, at this first point, we're not trying to fill that time. At this point, what we're trying to do is just allow ourselves to find the things that we are passionate about and that we want to do. It may not even be, you know, be anything to do with passion at this stage. It's just about what happens when you take that 30 minutes just for you.
Yeah.
It's not about filling that. It's because, you know, if you want to, you know, say in a few weeks' time, when you've been doing that as a regular practice of taking that 30 minutes for yourself, you might say after doing a couple of weeks of that, you know, oh, well, you know, now I feel like when I'm doing this, what I actually really would love to do is this. That's that knock-on effect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So Saru talks about having a meditation practice,
yeah,
about having a yoga practice, about having, you know, other very healthy practices. But this is just the, like, when was the last, okay, so I'm not talking about binge watching Netflix here. When was the last time you just were, like, you took 30 minutes to be?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I am an adherent to that famous Canadian Alanis Morissette. You know,
always have to get the Canadians in. Thank you. Shout out.
Remember that line, you know, why are you so petrified of silence? Here, can you handle this? You know, I always have that moment before that sort of thing, you know, what's going to happen if I take just 30 minutes to not be on my phone, not be watching something specific, not be listening to music, not to be agonizing, not to be doing, you know, not to have that constant cycle going on. And truthfully, I don't know when the last time that was. Because even if I'm, because you and I have talked about this a lot, I've become a bath person. Hilarious. Me sitting in a bath for an hour plus would never have happened. I also love the fact that I'm now moving to a house that doesn't have a bath. So there's that.
Oh no, you just got into it.
I know, right? But it's okay. I'll just fill up a washing up bowl and just sit in it.
Okay.
But it's interesting. Even when I'm doing that, I have something on.
Oh yeah.
My phone next to me, and I'll probably still be looking things up. I'm a chronic researcher.
Okay, the rare occasions, because a bath is a wonderful idea for the 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember it, but if I remember to have a bath, because I don't like baths, and then it's only because there's a function, like I've over-exercised and I need Epsom salts.
Right.
And so I need to sit in there, and my chiropractor quite regularly says, you haven't been using Epsom salts. And I'm, because she can tell when she's working on my body. And then and then I think, okay, I need to sit in there for at least 30 minutes. I have my laptop, I have a timer, and when that timer goes off, I'm out. That's not 30 minutes for me. That's
Yeah.
not the same thing.
Is it like
And if you
5
say,
minutes to
"This is
get in?
what you do," what was the point of that? No,
Yeah.
it is still good. It is still very good for you. But that's not what Saru's talking about. She's talking about, I can honestly say I can never remember a time.
Mm-hmm.
The closest thing I can think of is driving.
Right. Yeah.
That doesn't really count because yeah, but it is closer.
But I will say there is like, I don't know the physical mechanics of this, but I know that we have talked about it before. It's a bit like, and this is something actually else that Saru brought up within this frame, is that sometimes when you take the mind out of the rigors of having to do X, Y, and Z, you know, all of these different multitask things that we're doing, when you occupy that brain space with something that is almost automatic, because after a while when you're driving it becomes automatic, especially if you're on a motorway or if you're doing something like that, the other stuff starts to whir and small revelations start to happen.
Yeah.
It does allow you to, you know.
It is still a divided thing though, because we genuinely don't multitask. I will say though, the advice and the whole kind of point of this is to just be able to tune into your body.
Yeah.
And to find what Saru calls deep knowing, which is way past inner alignment.
Yes.
You know, it's not that I found my passion, now I'm driven towards it. It's way past that. It's just this is my being, this is my purpose, this is, you know, it's way past alignment.
Yeah.
It's kind of becoming one, is how I would see it, rather than being in alignment. It's just like, yeah. So I guess if Saru is recommending that we take 30 minutes of unplanned time, you can do what you want in the 30 minutes, right? Because you know, some people enjoy cooking and they find that that's a really reflective, meditative time. Some people enjoy running. Some people, I think, and some people enjoy baths. I think the difficulty comes when you start trying to like structure it.
Yeah.
So you could do any one of those things, so long as you're not like, right, I'm going to do this from 12 till 12:30 or what, you know, and then I'm going to do this and this and that, because then that's not.
Yeah.
That's too planned. So if you had your 30 minutes now and you got up and you went and baked a cake, then that's fine. Yeah. And this is first stage, remember, right? So then what Saru recommends is that as you associate with your body more and you get used to that kind of time, unscheduled time for 30 minutes, then you take an additional 10 minutes, or at a different point in the day, 10 minutes, to just really tune into your body. And that's not the same thing as meditation, although meditation is a very wonderful thing. Journaling, any of those kind of practices, but the 10 minutes is, Saru reckons that we should start off with the body scan. And I have a yoga nidra practice, which I absolutely adore. And although Saru doesn't specifically name yoga nidra, that is my body scan time. And that is starting with your feet and kind of concentrating on each body part. I find I have to like tense and then relax each body part. So like curl my toes and then relax them, and then tighten my, you know, like my feet, flex my feet and then relax them, and all the way up and then all the way back down. And I kind of need to do that to tune into my body first in my yoga nidra practice, and then I can do a body scan and kind of think about my toes, my feet, relax my ankles, relax my calves, relax my knees, and relax all the way up and relax all the way down. But I need to do that little tense little moment first to just kind of feel it. And what's cool about doing a body scan is that then you feel parts of your body that you don't really normally tune into. You know, like as an aerialist, I'm always concentrating on my shoulder blades and that position of my shoulders. But I don't tend to think about, you know, other parts of my my, like things like my wrists, I warm them up and then I don't think about them again unless they
Yeah.
hurt.
Of course. Yeah.
Then you concentrate. Exactly. So we just take it for granted.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what Saru is saying is start off with your 30 minutes unstructured and then go on and do like a 10-minute daily tune into your body. And I like to do that at night. I know some people have a practice of body scans in the mornings,
Right.
and then do some stretching in bed, which is a nice
Yeah.
way to go.
But this is all about, I mean, as you're saying, like, I love this because it is just about getting to that initial place of just giving yourself that time to find out what you want to do, to find out what processes are uncovered, to find out what, what subtle things are going on for you. When you take that time, that gives you, it might sound really small to some people, it might sound vast to others.
Yeah.
But that time, that little bit of stillness will allow you to illuminate so many other processes that are going on. And it may even be able to allow you to ask yourself, what is it that I want? What is it that I need?
Yes. And that's a wonderful way to go, is to ask yourself that and then just allow that silence and hear that.
Yeah.
I think, Saru's also gone on to talk about, kind of stress, for example, in the workplace. And when you're feeling, say emotional, maybe you're feeling angry or overwhelmed or, heightened sensitivity or whatever it is, that you need to get to that root cause. And there will be something in your body that will do that. So in that, the reason why we have quiet time and unstructured time is so that we can connect. And what will happen when you tune into your body is that your emotions, your wants, your needs, your passions, all of those things will start to surface because you're allowing those, you're not controlling them and holding them in. And that's just such a wonderful gift to be able to give yourself.
Yes. Oh.
I loved it. I say this every time, but we are not done. No. Saru's coming back.
Oh, Saru's coming back. We had so many questions that you didn't see after we cut off. So.
And actually, it wasn't the great thing about the podcast is it wasn't even what we set out to talk about.
No, it was.
We didn't really have a plan, but we had this kind of like what we're gonna roughly. Yeah. This is the topic, and then afterwards she said we didn't even talk about that. No, I know. No,
but it was still great.
Yeah, it was so wonderful. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Podbean or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
Confidence with Coffee on a Wednesday, every Wednesday. We have more great interviews with others. We also have our website where you can connect with the podcast through there, but also you can find amazing masterclasses, which are just by fabulous experts in our community. And it's because we share, we uplift, and we are looking at personal life, work life, and stage life over and over, just kind of going through. Right now, we're just kind of really talking about different aspects of alignment and mindset and assertiveness and boundaries and, just really being our true self. Yeah. And that's such a great way to start a brand new year. And I know I'm dating this, but actually, I don't care what time of year you hear this. It's always a good time. This New Year's resolution thing is a nonsense that it's 1st of January. It could be any day you can start over.
Exactly. Time is a construct, so why not?
Yeah, exactly. So I will see you tomorrow. We will be talking, working it out. So we'll be talking work life tomorrow. So excited to see you back. Please like and subscribe below. Please take time for yourself.
Yes.
Please find a way. We'd love to know what you do that kind of fits with that 30-minute construct or your practice of body scanning. Yeah, love to know and start a dialogue about that. You can join us on Facebook, Confidence Through Cabaret. You can join us on all the socials, Confidence Through Cabaret, except for Twitter, which is at
YBYWYS. Your body, your world, your state.
Also, you can join me on Clubhouse because I am at Heather YBYWYS. I haven't done anything on there yet. I'm still just finding my way because it's just happened, but I will be talking on there because anywhere where you can talk, I'm going to be.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. I was going to say, yeah, just say the same thing. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Cheers. Prost.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
I'm Heather.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're reminding you
that it is your body, your world, your stage.
Thank you.
Bye.